There is something that reminds me of Turkey, people's enthusiasm to come, well-meaning people, eager to get by books, and people who are not fed up with books, but are either hungry for books. I'm very pleased to have come across that kind of readership here.
Orhan Pamuk yo creo que es uno de los escritores más interesantes que hay ahora mismo. Tiene dos tipos de obra, una que es mucho más conceptual, como Me llamo rojo, y otra que está muy pegada a su biografía, que quizá las dos me interesan mucho, pero quizá esta segunda todavía es más interesante, que es su último libro, por ejemplo, El Museo de la Inocencia. Creo que es capaz de hacer, como los grandes escritores, una mimetización de la realidad que parece más real que la vida real, porque la vida real está llena de agujeros y la novela cubre esos agujeros. Es de una capacidad de evocación y de una capacidad de emoción impresionantes. Y él personalmente es un tipo muy curioso, un tipo que está en la mitad de Oriente y de Occidente, lo cual ya en estos momentos verdaderamente le da una importancia espectacular. Y luego es un tipo, un poco un niño, yo creo, como los grandes escritores, y a veces un tipo muy touchy, como diríamos en inglés, ¿no? O sea, un poquito picajoso.
I always say that to write novels is an authorization of a schizophrenic somehow.
When I put myself in my fictions, I am there to suggest that, look, this is a novel, more or less 19th century novel. But don't forget that this is also an artificial thing, that a novel is a construct, is a thing that I make artificially to convince that it's real. And I like to show that it is artificial. That makes it more convincing. One cannot write like 19th century novelists today. In order to be convincing, you have to show that how the novel operates. A notebook, a paper and a pen means that we need a third eye, another person read it. There is a sort of narcissism in writing. You write for even the most very private thing you write, but then you also address some other eye, you know it. But there is a balance of self-consciousness about it. I don't go out and make myself lovable, sweet, more charming than I am in my notebooks. I'm just also have a discipline of as if I am talking only to myself. This is one part. Then, yes, I don't publish too much of my graphomanic writings. I have lots of notebooks which I don't intend to publish, but I know someday someone may, I hope, publish them. But novels are definitely, when you write a novel, I write for others, that I am sure. The regular concept about Nobel Prize and politics is that it protects you, right?
Really?
Yes, in ways. For example, it protected, I think, Solzhenitsyn, right? He was after that. But it protected him because Soviet Union was a fully controlled country. There wouldn't be mad murderers, there wouldn't be small groups. The whole country was well observed by the dictators. So now that he has a Nobel Prize, they will say, okay, we can't do anything bad. But Turkey is not that kind of dictatorial society where everything is controlled. It is a semi-democracy moving towards more open society, and there is so much freedom for not only the murderer, the mad guy, the small fascist group, so forth and so on. That Nobel Prize made me a more of a target for them.
You think so? Wow.
I definitely know.
Yeah.
But yes, it gave me some legal protection because now I went to court for 301 penal code number.
Yeah.
Now they changed that, perhaps because not only me, but some other famous Turkish writers went also court. They changed it because now you have to go to the minister In order to persecute me, you have to go to the minister, and minister looks, he is famous, let's not give him permission. So I have that kind of protection. That unfortunately, because of all these political campaigns against me, upper class, bourgeois Istanbul people who never read novels, who doesn't know anything about my novels, are afraid of me. They're afraid of me. A bit also, there is also some respect, some being afraid, and also as a sort of an animal who had fallen out of the group. The sense of community in my part of the world is so strong that if you are living a little bit of a different life, a writer's life, or now a person who had been found who had in political troubles, such a person's life. Why I'm trying to say, hello, auntie, hello. Try to convince them that I'm normal. I don't want to pose as a victim and unhappy person, and I don't want you to cry. Latin American boom helped me in the sense that you can write about your strange corner of the world using all the modernist new techniques and be original. That is one thing I learned from Garcia Marquez, Maria Vargas Llosa, Carlos Fuentes, that generation, Julia Cortázar. I read them with joy. I was happy that they were successful in London and Paris and America, proving to me that I can do the same. I can look at Turkish problems, then be very experimental, modernist, whatever postmodernist, whatever I want to do, and still be readable, understandable. You can be both heavily traditionalist in the form and content or stories, and also be experimental. These I have learned from Latin American literature. I owe, in fact, this liberation that I should not be writing like Balzac or Dickens, and I should also experiment and also go deeply into strangeness of Turkey or my country, and also be heavily literary. Not only these texts, but that success of these Latin American boom helped me. It showed me that you can be out of West, but also write books that can be read all over the world. My second time in Mexico, I came first 20 years ago as a tourist. When I came, I first went to Mexico City, and when I was driving from the airport to the central downtown, it felt as if I am in Turkey. I was then in New York, and I missed Turkey a lot, and I said, oh, I'm back in Turkey. This was 2 years after the earthquake in 1985, I think, and I liked it a lot. It looked very Turkish. Small buildings, bumpy roads, everything, lots of energy going on, activity, but nothing is perfect, that kind of thing. But in 20 years, I have seen that Mexico had got richer and better than, you did better than Turks. Turks are not as rich as you are, but in 20 years ago, we were more or less the same. Congratulations.